What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today I want to talk about Afrobeats and somewhat like the drama that I'm seeing with Nigerians and Ghanaians. And to me, I think like I'm an outsider. When it comes to this right here, this beef, I'm clearly an outsider. I'm not a part of this beef, right? But I've been observing a lot of content creators, and what I'm getting, because I don't want to step on nobody's toes, all right? I don't want to step on nobody's toes. But from the Ghana side, right, I see that it seems like they're saying that Nigerians don't support the Ghana. They're saying that Nigerians don't support the Ghana artist, right? They're saying that Nigerians are not pushing the Ghana artists, and they're not supporting the way the Ghana artists are supporting the Nigerian artists, right? And I hear a lot of Ghanaians who are trying to get their music industry popping, right? I also hear this kind of what the Nollywood thing. It just seems like it's the entertainment world altogether that, you know, Ghana just seems to have issues with Nigeria not lifting them up the way they perceivably brothers, you know, they brothers and sisters, they should, right? And I hear on the Nigerian side, the Nigerians seem to feel like that the Ghanaians don't appreciate all the support that they have been getting from the Nigerians in the music industry, and they don't think it's fair that the people or certain people of Ghana are criticizing Nigerians for simply making good music and for it simply being popular, and they're highly offended by the suggestion that Ghana should ban Nigerian music. Like they should ban it. Like I'm not gonna lie. I would, if I heard my brother, my sister country, who I feel like I support. I feel like, you know, we do the best we can to support them. I feel like if I were to hear them say that we want to ban all your music after all we have, you know, the way we feel like we done, I'll be hurt. I'll be like, you want to ban our music simply because it's more popular, right? And so I hear the Nigerians say, well, you guys need to have higher quality of music, right? If you produce and you run your businesses better, you will get more exposure, right? And you know, and to be honest, as an African American, I'm gonna tell you, I live in the DMV. This is the most highly concentrated area, one of the most highly concentrated areas in America for Black people, Caribbean people, Nigerians, Ethiopians, Eritreans, Ghanaians, and Cameroonians. I can go almost any place and find a Nigerian, a Cameroon. I can find a Nigerian within 10 minutes of going any direction in here, right? Guaranteed, right? Even though you don't really know, because in the DMV, everybody marries everybody. So a Nigerian would be married to an African American. A Nigerian be married to a Cameroon. A Cameroonian would be married to an African American. A Ghanaian would be married to an African American. Like it's so normal. It's been like this. I'm 40. It's been like that since I was a kid. So I've been listening to Afrobeats before it was even called Afrobeats. I didn't even know that's what it was called, right? Like, because in the clubs in DC and in Maryland, the way they used the DJ will play the regular African American music, the dance music. Because, you know, we got, we don't just have gangster music. There's different types of Black music, right? So they'll play that music. Then they'll mix the Caribbean music in, right? They'll mix the Caribbean music in, and then they'll mix it what is now called Afrobeats in with the Caribbean music, right? Because in the Caribbean, you got reggae, dancehall, soca, calypso, right? And Afrobeats sounds like soca. It sounds kind of like soca. If you take soca and I guess hip hop, that's what Afrobeats kind of sound like. Or like Afrobeats kind of got the African American funk jazz mix. Because I know Kuti, the originator, he used to collaborate with a lot of the African American art. They all collaborated back in the day. Like, people think that we haven't been interacting we've been interacting for quite a while, right? Especially our artists, because they're the ones who had the money and was able to travel and go around, right? But so I grew up listening to what we call now Afrobeats mixed with Caribbean, and the thing is, we got this artist named Wale, He's from Nigeria. He's born here, but he's Nigerian. His parents Nigerian. When he would put Afrobeats in his music, people would think he was appropriating Caribbean music, right? They didn't know, like people seriously didn't know they were listening to African music because it literally sounds the same, right? But honestly, I've never heard a song from Ghana ever in my life, ever. And I feel like I need to look that up because I'm pretty sure they got some good music, right? I'm pretty sure they got some good artists, they got some good music, but I've never heard of it. I've never heard it because y'all don't have exposure, right? And I think that's the major thing. I think Ghana, you guys don't have exposure. Nigeria has exposure because Nigerians have been traveling within the black communities in the diaspora. They live with us. They don't live, Nigerians don't live separate from African Americans. They live with us. They are in our communities, in our, we are blended here in DMV completely. You know, only thing we may do differently is church. You know, they got their churches and we got our churches, and we do go to each other's churches, right? But we do have Sunday is the only time because they got their church. We got that. That's it. Other than that, we after church we go eat at the same place. We go park. We do everything together. We've always been doing that for years, right? So, but when it comes to it's not as many Ghanaians here though. So it's mostly Nigerians, and I think that's the case everywhere. It's just more Nigerians. So when they travel, you see more of them, you interact with more of them. There's not as many Ghanaians. I know Ghanaians. One of my bosses is a Ghanaian, right? Like my boss my first boss is a Haitian. My boss's boss is South Sudanese. My boss's boss is from Ghana, right? He's the boss of everybody. He's the big boss, right? And I work with a lot of Nigerians and African Americans, right? Like I'm with, like we in there, right? All right. So, but I think what Ghana has to do is somehow work on their exposure, right? And I don't think that they should be trying to make policies to ban music. Like that's bad, man. That's a real bad look. Because what that says is we're not good enough, so we have to restrict other people to artificially prop up us. No, that's not how it works. Good music is good music. Period. And that's the thing about music, is especially in the black world, good music is good music. Universal. Universal, right? Right? And so now what we see coming up is I'm a piano music, right? And I'm gonna be honest, as an outsider, when I listen to I'm a piano, I think if I'm saying it right. I never knew if I was saying it right. I actually got exposed to it by Nigerians, because if you look on TikTok and you look at all these websites, it's Nigerians dancing to Amen music, and you see South Africans dancing to the music. A lot, little clips and stuff, right? And that seems to be a good way to get songs out, with the little clips, because when people do the little dances and stuff to the music, it gets a little fever pitch, it spreads out, and then all of a sudden people are interested in listening to the whole song. So I think maybe the Ghanaians need to start actively doing what they see the South Africans and the Nigerians doing, because if you look at on the internet, it's full of South Africans and Nigerians doing all the dances. You see African Americans doing their dances, you see South Americans doing their dances. South Africans doing their dances, and then you see Nigerians doing their dances, and that's how a lot of the songs now are making waves, right? You even see even the Ethiopians now, they're starting to do their thing with they got that, they doing that jump, they get crump over that jump. Even they're doing it now. They're starting to pick it up, and I'm starting to hear some of the songs. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Let me go look up and see what the whole song sound like, right? So I just think what Ghana needs to do is, one thing y'all do Ghana excels at is advertising your country, right? If you took the same energy that y'all do advertising your country, because we all know Nigeria don't know how to advertise their country, right? Come on. We know, Nigeria doesn't even exist to most people, right? It's just there, right? It's in Nigeria, right? But the Ghana, everybody going to Ghana, right? So that means that the people of Ghana, they fully have the full capability of properly promoting their music, so that people can get to it, because they can be exposed. Because if I don't know not one Ghanaian artist, never heard of one. I can't name one off the top of my head, right? Not at all. But I can name a few Nigerian artists, because they're just in the ether, they're in the air, right? Their exposure, right? So if Ghana took the energy that they use advertising their country for diasporas to come, I swear, if you play your music, we're gonna listen to it. Black music is black music. As soon as we hear that beat, that's the one. I swear, black music is the one thing that, despite all of our differences and the things we got with each other, once that music starts to play, that is the most uniting force that we have. Music, rhythm has always been the most uniting African force. People who have unreconcilable differences will pause to unite under the beat and rhythm of a good song. And then sometimes that 3-4 minutes in Nigeria, in the African's case, 7-12 minutes worth long song, in that case, that 12 minutes may be enough to make cooler heads prevail, and reconciliation may possibly happen. And that music is that powerful. So when we're talking about music, especially for black people, because it means a lot to us, because music is communication. Music is an expression, and we are very expressive people, right? So we take our music very seriously. We take our expression very seriously. And so you want to block and deny, like just the thought of blocking and denying somebody else's music, your brother's music, that hurt. That's hurt. That hurts, and it makes you look bad. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's not what you wanted to do. And I know there was a young lady, a beautiful young Ghanaian. I just kept looking at her. I was like, damn, that woman is beautiful. She did the sing-a-thong, right? And I guess they were saying that Nigerians didn't support her as much as they would like to have support. And I'm wondering, are they obligated to support the Ghanaian do her thing, right? Now they probably, I think there were some supporting her, but here's the thing. I think the beautiful young artist, beautiful, she was just absolutely gorgeous, good God. But I think that, I mean, if you're gonna actively not, you're gonna discriminate against the songs that you're singing, right? And this is just objective, I'm keeping my eye on the outside. If you're only gonna sing Ghana for 20, I forgot how many hours, but if you're only gonna sing local songs, that wouldn't inspire somebody from another country to really pay much attention to it, because you're not gonna play anything that they're gonna truly relate to. You're not doing any interconnectional type of thing. It wasn't like hey, this is a West African woman. It wasn't being advertised as a West African woman trying to break a record. It was being advertised as a Ghanaian woman trying to break a record. So it was up to the Ghanaian people to support full-heartedly. Like, if there's an African American that's trying to break a record, I'm sure there'll be some Nigerians, some Ghanaians, some Ethiopians supporting it. But we wouldn't expect a full-throated national countrywide support for that. If it was just strictly an African American trying to break a record, just singing African American songs, I wouldn't expect it, right? But if it was an African American singing world songs, singing some Afrobeats, singing some Ghanaian music, singing some I'm a piano, like making it like a black thing, then of course more people would like start to galvanize around it and support it. And I just think it's kind of silly how you guys go back and forth, man. Y'all Ghanaians and Nigerians go back and forth like brothers and sisters. They be fighting, and I'm just watching, and I see how, we go back and forth with the Nigerians, right? With the African Americans, because we brothers and sisters. And I watch the Ghanaians go back and forth. I'm like, hey, brother. It's like we're all three brothers and sisters. I even see African Americans beefing with some of the Ghanaians about some stuff. We're all brothers and sisters fighting in the house. That's what it looked like, right? And I find it culturally cute. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I know I just made that word up. I find it culturally cute myself, because I'm like, this is how when you see family, that's what you see. When you see us all fight about little stuff, things that don't seem to be that important, but they are important, because we fight over what? Music. We fight over food. We fight over each other not supporting each other. We fight over we fight like brothers and sisters, because every topic that we battle over is something that a family that got 3-4 brothers, 3-4 sisters fight about. That's how it looks to me, But I just hope one day that, because you got to understand, Ghana, Nigeria, African Americans, we are all in this together, man. It is enough of us. There's enough money between all of us. There's enough for us to, everybody can be uplifted. Everybody can be. I'm interested. Now I'm gonna actively look for some Ghanaian artists and listen to see what this music sound like, right? Because I'm pretty sure they make good music, right? Because they black and they West African. We make the best music. It's just what it is, right? And I don't trip, because African American music been on top for a while, right? And now Nigerian music's coming on, right? Caribbean music, right next to African American music. They've been on top for a while, right? There's no competition. Every group, music style and genre, every one of it is a compliment to the African body, right? I want every African artist from every country to succeed, right? I want every South African artist to succeed. I want y'all to blow up, right? I want to hear your music played on the radio when I turn it on. I want to hear Ghanaian music played on the radio when I turn on. I want to hear African American music on the radio when I turn on. I want to hear Nigerian music play on the radio when I turn. I want to hear all that. I want to see a DJ who can take the East, West, South, and the Diaspora music and put it together and make a great DJ compilation of the black world and our music and our contributions, the beautiful sounds that we create, right? But I just noticed, y'all, there's so many Nigerian and Ghanaian YouTubers, man. First of all, I like y'all setup. Y'all got some nice. I see the little theme how y'all got going on. Y'all, the quality of it is going up, right? I gotta step my game. I'm looking at some of y'all backgrounds, some of y'all look like y'all got semi-professional studios, right? I'm like, damn, that's nice, right? But I see the fighting. I just hope it don't get too serious. I hope it don't get to the point to where it becomes ugly and then it's toxic, right? Because what we don't need is toxic. We can have competition because it's important, right? Competition is important. Healthy competition within music is important. But we all got to keep our eye on the ball and remember, it's all about what the music is about. Joy, happiness, fun, dancing, celebrating life, being proud to be a Ghanaian, being proud to be a Nigerian, being proud to be a South African, being proud to be African, right? Celebrating us, right? With your musical expression, right? And we got to focus on that, right? And the Ghanaians, right? They shouldn't be bitter towards Nigerians, right? Even though, yes, you got some people talking trash. You're always going to have your trash talkers in all the groups, right? But besides them, right? If you're from Ghana, you know Nigeria's big brother. Nigeria's gonna be big brother, right? Right? Ghana's gonna be little brother. You know, we talking about, group size, comedy size. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not belittling you, nothing like that. I'm just saying Nigeria's gonna be big brother, right? Nigeria's really gonna be big brother to a lot of Africans, right? Right? And so there's gonna be fights, but don't get too nasty, right? Don't get too crazy. Don't be like them other folks. Don't be like them other folks. In Nigeria, as big brother, you got to understand, sometimes, little brother gonna get mad. You got to recognize that as big brother, you're supposed to be mature, right? And understand, right? And not be so harsh on little brother sometimes. Maybe help them out a little bit more. If they're not getting it, right? If you're giving good advice and they not getting it, maybe you need to find another way, a better way to communicate, with them to help them out to get with it so they can get where they want to be. So we can all just party. You know what I'm saying? Carnival. It's all about the carnival. When you go to carnival, everybody's represented, but we all on the same road. When you go to carnival, everybody is represented with your own colors, with your own wear, with your own music, with your own float, but we all on the same road together, and we got to keep that in mind. We are all on the same road together on this carnival of life, all right? So it's okay to be and do and have your own identity in your expressions of music. But remember, we're all going down that same road together, okay? So let's just keep it light. Let's keep it fun. And let's try to find a better way to communicate with each other, right? As Africans, so that we don't let the outside people find the cracks in between us to divide us even further. You understand? Because that's our biggest problem as Africans. We allow other people to come inside and exploit our differences that we have with each other to separate us even further, making us weak and ineffective. Okay? Keep that in mind, because that's important. We must be united despite our differences. We're in the house. We fight with each other, but when it comes to the people outside, we stick together and we fight the enemies that's outside of our house trying to burn it down. Anyway, that's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.